Imagine for a moment that everything you believe about yourself is just a story, a delicate, intricate narrative that you've been telling yourself your entire life. What if I told you that the you think you know is actually a beautiful illusion, a temporary wave dancing on the surface of an infinite ocean of consciousness? Today, we're going to explore something profound, something that has been whispered by mystics, philosophers, and spiritual teachers across cultures and centuries. We're going to gently unravel the most fundamental question of human existence. Who are you? Really? Close your eyes for just a moment. Feel the breath moving through you. Notice the sensations in your body. Who is doing the noticing? Who is experiencing this moment right now? Our journey today isn't about acquiring more knowledge or adding another layer to your existing understanding. Instead, it's an invitation, a tender, compassionate invitation to look beyond the familiar boundaries of your perception. We're not here to change anything, but to see everything differently. Many spiritual traditions have pointed to a profound truth, that our sense of a separate, limited self is like a mirage, beautiful, compelling, but ultimately not real. The great Indian sage Ramana Maharshi once said, "Your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render the world." But what does that mean? What is this self that is so often spoken about, yet so rarely understood? This exploration isn't about believing something new. It's about experiencing something timeless that has always been here, right beneath the surface of your everyday awareness. It's about recognizing a spaciousness, a fundamental awareness that is always present, always watching, always witnessing. Think of your thoughts, emotions, and experiences like clouds passing through the sky. They come and go, they change, they transform, but the sky remains unchanged, untroubled, vast. You are more like that sky than like the passing clouds. You are the awareness in which all experiences arise and dissolve. As we begin this journey together, I invite you to suspend judgment. Let go of the need to understand everything intellectually. Instead, approach this exploration with the curiosity of a child, the openness of a beginner, and the wisdom of someone who knows that the deepest truths cannot be captured by words alone. Are you ready to look beyond the surface? Are you willing to question everything you thought you knew about yourself? Let's begin. Let's look deeper into this profound mystery of existence. What do we mean when we say that you were never born, and that death is an illusion? These aren't just philosophical word games. They point to a radical understanding of reality that can transform your entire perception of life. Consider the nature of your identity. Most of us believe we are a fixed, separate entity, a collection of memories, personality traits, achievements, and struggles. We carry this sense of I everywhere. I am John. I am successful. I am struggling. I am afraid. But what if this I is actually a process, not a thing? What if it's more like a verb than a noun? Imagine consciousness as an infinite, boundless field of awareness. Your individual experience is like a localized movement within this field, similar to how a wave is a momentary expression of the entire ocean. The wave doesn't exist separately from the ocean. It's a dynamic, temporary manifestation of the ocean's own energy. Just so, your sense of being a separate self is a fleeting, beautiful dance of consciousness. When we say you were never born, we're pointing to something profound. What we call birth is merely the appearance of a unique configuration of energy, a temporary focusing of awareness. Your essential nature, pure consciousness, doesn't actually arrive or depart. It simply is. Birth and death happen within this awareness, but they don't define or limit it. Think about your own experience of awareness. Right now, as you're listening, there's a background of pure knowing, a silent, witnessing presence that is observing these words, these thoughts, these sensations. This awareness doesn't age. It doesn't change. It's always here, regardless of what's happening. The ego, that persistent narrative of a separate self, is like a cloud passing through the sky of consciousness. It appears substantial, but it's actually just a temporary formation of thought, memory, and conditioning. Your true nature is the sky, vast, unchanging, unbound by the clouds that move through it. This isn't about negating your human experience. It's about recognizing a deeper dimension of your being. Your individual story is real and valid, but it's not the whole truth of who you are. You are simultaneously this unique human expression and the infinite awareness in which this expression appears. Let me offer a practical illustration. When you're deeply absorbed in something, perhaps creating art, playing music, or experiencing profound love, the sense of a separate you momentarily dissolves. In those moments, you're experiencing a glimpse of your true nature, pure, boundless awareness. Can you sense this right now? Can you notice the aware space that's reading these words? The consciousness that is listening, feeling, perceiving? That's your true identity, not the thoughts about who you are, but the pure awareness in which those thoughts arise. This understanding isn't something to grasp intellectually. It's something to be lived, to be felt, to be experienced moment by moment. Visualization and examples. Let me share a powerful visualization that might help you understand the nature of consciousness and your true identity. Imagine you're sitting by a river. The water is constantly moving, changing, flowing, never the same from one moment to the next. Now focus on a whirlpool forming in the river. For a brief moment, this whirlpool appears distinct. It has a shape, a movement, a seeming separation from the rest of the river. You could point to it and say, look, there's a whirlpool. But is the whirlpool actually separate from the river? No. It's simply a temporary configuration of the river's own energy. Its boundaries are not solid. Its existence is dynamic and fluid. The moment you try to grasp it, it transforms. The water that makes up the whirlpool is constantly moving, constantly changing. Your individual self is remarkably similar. You're like that whirlpool, a unique, beautiful pattern of energy within the vast river of consciousness. You have the appearance of separation, but your essence is the same as the entire river. Your boundaries are permeable, your identity is fluid, your experience is constantly shifting. Let's explore this through a practical example. Consider a moment of intense emotion, perhaps deep grief or overwhelming joy. In those moments, where do you end and the emotion begin? Can you clearly demarcate the boundary between you and the feeling? Most likely, you'll find that the emotion seems to move through you, to inhabit you, to transform you, but it's not ultimately separate from you. Another visualization. Think of consciousness like an infinite white screen. Every movie, every image, every experience is projected onto this screen. The images change. They're colorful, dramatic, sometimes peaceful, sometimes turbulent. But the screen itself remains unchanged. Your pure awareness is like that screen, witnessing all experiences, yet fundamentally untouched by them. Have you ever noticed how in moments of deep presence, perhaps during meditation, or while watching a breathtaking sunset, or holding a newborn, the sense of a separate self momentarily dissolves? In those instances, you're experiencing your true nature, boundless, interconnected awareness. This isn't about achieving some special state. It's about recognizing what's already here. Just as the water doesn't need to try to be the river, you don't need to become awareness. You are awareness, experiencing itself through this unique human perspective. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you feel the aliveness that's reading these words? Can you sense the aware space that's listening, feeling, experiencing? That's your true identity, not the thoughts about who you are, but the pure consciousness in which those thoughts arise. Practical applications. Understanding these profound truths isn't about intellectual gymnastics. It's about lived experience. So how can you practically integrate this understanding of boundless awareness into your daily life? Let's explore 3 simple practices that can help you shift from experiencing yourself as a limited, separate self to recognizing your fundamental interconnectedness. Practice 1. The witness meditation. This is a powerful exercise in recognizing pure awareness. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Begin by simply observing your thoughts without judgment. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky of your consciousness. They come, they go, but you, the awareness watching them, remain unchanged. When a thought arises, perhaps a worry about work, a memory, or a future plan, don't engage with it. Just notice it. Say internally, a thought is happening. Notice how the thought doesn't define you. You are the space in which the thought appears and dissolves. Practice 2. Emotional inquiry. The next time you experience a strong emotion, anxiety, anger, sadness, pause. Instead of being consumed by the emotion, turn toward it with curiosity. Ask yourself, who is experiencing this emotion? Notice that there's a part of you that can observe the emotion, which means you are larger than the emotion itself. This isn't about suppressing the emotion, but about creating a spacious awareness around it. Feel the emotion fully, but from a place of witnessing rather than identifying completely. Practice 3. Interconnection reflection. Throughout your day, periodically pause and recognize your profound interconnectedness. Every breath you take involves air that has circulated through countless living systems. Every thought emerges from a vast network of human experience. Every action ripples out, affecting countless unseen connections. When you're waiting in line, driving, or sitting in a meeting, take a moment to sense how you're not separate from your environment. You're a dynamic, interrelated process of consciousness, constantly exchanging energy with everything around you. These practices aren't about achieving a perfect state. They're invitations to recognize what's already true. You're not trying to become something different. You're simply allowing yourself to recognize the boundless awareness that you already are. Remember, transformation isn't about forcing change. It's about seeing clearly. It's about creating a little more space around your habitual patterns of thinking and feeling. Each moment is an opportunity to wake up to your true nature. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Addressing doubts and misconceptions. I know what you might be thinking right now. This sounds beautiful, but it feels too abstract. How can this possibly relate to my real life? I have bills to pay, relationships to manage, challenges to overcome. These are valid concerns. The spiritual understanding we're exploring isn't about escaping your human experience. It's about experiencing it with greater freedom, depth, and compassion. Let's address some of the most common doubts that arise when encountering these profound insights. Doubt 1. If I'm not my thoughts, emotions, or achievements, then who am I? This question reveals our deep attachment to a fixed identity. We've been conditioned to believe that we are the roles we play, the stories we tell ourselves. But consider this, you are not the movie, you are the screen upon which the movie plays. Your essential nature is the spacious awareness that allows all experiences to arise and dissolve. Think of your life like a dream. In a dream, you might experience intense emotions, challenges, and narratives. But upon waking, you recognize those experiences as temporary projections. Similarly, this understanding invites you to recognize your experiences as dynamic expressions of consciousness, without getting entirely entangled in them. Doubt 2. Won't this perspective make me passive or detached? Quite the opposite. Recognizing your fundamental interconnectedness doesn't diminish your human experience. It enriches it. When you're not constantly defending a limited sense of self, you become more responsive, more compassionate, more present. Imagine a dancer who is so identified with their choreography that they're constantly worried about making mistakes. Now imagine a dancer who understands they are both the dancer and the dance. Fluid, spontaneous, fully engaged. Which dancer moves with more freedom and grace? Doubt 3. This sounds like spiritual escapism. What about my real-world responsibilities? This understanding doesn't ask you to renounce your life. It invites you to participate in life more fully, with less resistance. Your work, relationships, and challenges become opportunities for deeper awareness, not obstacles to it. Consider a surfer. A skilled surfer doesn't fight the wave, they understand the wave, move with it, recognize their fundamental connection to it. Similarly, this perspective allows you to move through life's challenges with more ease, more resilience, more genuine responsiveness. Your human experience is precious. Your emotions, your struggles, your joys, they are not illusions to be dismissed. They are the beautiful, intricate way that infinite consciousness experiences itself through you. You don't need to understand this perfectly. You don't need to achieve anything. Simply being open, curious, willing to look beyond your habitual perceptions. That's enough. closing with ultimate realization. In this moment, right now, you are experiencing the most profound miracle imaginable, the universe experiencing itself through your unique perspective. You are not separate from this vast, intelligent, ever-unfolding dance of consciousness. You are the dance itself. Everything we've explored, the illusion of separation, the boundless nature of awareness, the fluid boundaries of self, converges into one simple, revolutionary understanding. You are already whole. You are already free. Your true identity is not confined by birth or death, not limited by thought or emotion, not defined by your past or constrained by your future. You are the timeless, spacious awareness in which all experiences arise and dissolve. You are consciousness itself, playing an exquisite game of experiencing itself through infinite forms. Nothing needs to change. You don't need to become anything different. This profound recognition is not about achieving a special state, but about recognizing what has always been here, the pure, luminous awareness that is your fundamental nature. Just as a wave doesn't need to become the ocean, it already is the ocean. You don't need to become consciousness. You are consciousness momentarily experiencing itself as a human being, right here, right now. This journey we've shared is just the beginning. Consciousness is an infinite landscape of discovery, and you've taken a profound first step today by opening yourself to these insights. If these explorations have touched something deep within you, I invite you to continue this journey of self-discovery. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to exploring the frontiers of consciousness, spirituality, and human potential. Each week, we dive into transformative insights that can liberate your understanding of yourself and reality. By subscribing, you'll receive weekly guidance that challenges your existing perceptions, offers practical spiritual insights, provides meditation techniques and self-inquiry practices, connects you with a community of conscious explorers. But this isn't just about watching videos. It's about awakening, about recognizing the boundless awareness that you are. Every video is an invitation to look deeper, to question more profoundly, to experience life with greater presence and wonder. Your subscription is more than clicking a button. It's a commitment to your own unfolding, a declaration that you're willing to see beyond the surface of your everyday experience. Press that subscribe button. Join us in this beautiful, mysterious journey of remembering who you truly are. Consciousness is calling. Will you answer?